So the red chips are 1,000. Yellow chips 10,000.
After Bausa and Monaco, didn't want to add like another.
So much better.
Purple chips 100,000.
Yeah, like Barcelona is not even close to they do. Remember 100K we played in Barcelona, it's like...
So Greenwood's been a little bit quiet, open up the A7 here in the cutoff.
It doesn't even, I mean, if it doesn't work like that, if he's best, it's like 1.21. Second one is like 1.20. But his result is like 6.5. Second one is like 1.1.
So Greenwood's playing a four-way pot of A7 offsuit.
His result is like 30.0.
It's pretty hard to win if you don't flop top pair.
1.5.
Well, he flops a nut flush draw. That's another way to do it.
Yeah, nut flush draw. Elton Singh actually picks up an open-ended straight draw. Although the Queen of Hearts and the Eight of Hearts would be a bad card for him. Greenwood going to continuation bet here.
That's how poker works. Everybody thinks. I think I have more than...
Elton Singh calls. Wow, Elton Singh makes a straight. It's a good card for Greenwood, though. Oh, if it got checked him, he might consider betting. Elton Singh just leads pot.
This is why it's so tough to play against, because normally you're thinking, okay, so he's probably going to check the turn, and what am I going to bet? 30, 40,000. I can check to maybe hit, try and hit my flush, but now we're just facing a pot bet.
Sam Greenwood with the ace-high flush draw. He's suspicious, gonna make the call here. Needs a heart. Elton will actually think his opponent's pretty strong here to call the turn.
Forgot how to play.
That card flashed the turn. I saw it was like a black 8. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He might have seen it. It might make a difference. It's like a black. Yeah, black 9.
So the river card's a 10. Elton saying just hoping his opponent has a king or a 10. That's $160,000.
It's an interesting card to be exposed.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it, so...
Greenwood comes into the pop A7. Loses 100,000 plus.
It must be a little bit annoying when you like just imagine on the river, let's say in the same situation, and like there's a huge pot, for example, and you soak kind of something, and you're gonna tell lots of information, like you also giving up a tells or something.
Yeah.
By like.
Yeah, you might just be better off to not say anything.
No, I mean you kind of have to say, but it's just annoying for you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Elton Singh up 326,000, always involved in the biggest pots. Now, something you need to keep in mind, in these cash games, they are a lot more multi-way. So, you need to be experienced in multi-way pots. And the players that play live cash games like Elton Singh, high stakes, they're just much more comfortable playing these multi-way and huge pots and straddled. Much different lines.
Yeah, you're going to play a lot of 5-handed pots. So
Yeah.
It's just something that never happens in tournaments almost.
You know, that's where the experience of like try and hold 'em helps, right? Because you're always playing multi-way pots.
Yeah, for sure.
That you actually want to skip because like.
Elton betting his top pair.
Yeah.
Shanghai Wong keeps having rough flops. Flops that seem good to invest money in as a pre-flop aggressor. Tough boards to call on.
Keeps getting those middling hands. The turn card's a good card for him. He's still behind. He can hit a royal flush with the 10 of hearts.
So good. So big. So good.
Elton's going to check it back. The card is an 8.
It's just so far behind compared to any other stuff nowadays.
But what are you going to do instead?
Shanghai Wong checks. Does Elton Sang think he can get called by
I can't
worse?
do 5 diamonds.
Five diamonds.
No, but you just do enough and you're finally having a week off or something, or a couple of
He
weeks off.
does.
There's going to be a pretty, I guess for you guys it's different, but like in between like September and like November, there isn't that much, right? You have like some.
You have that mega stop, the party poker stop, and that's in November.
Yeah, you said Shore was boring. Now we have to you find it more boring.
Freezing.
So another middling hand for Shanghai Wong. Elton Sang check back the turn. So Shanghai Wong wondering, would he check back an ace on the turn? Makes the call. Elton Sang wins another pot.
I've done superstar.
Shanghai Wong down $700,000 now.
Yeah, things not going his way.
Value life, play good, every hand. Love works,
Yeah, I mean, 250k in Bahamas is just amazing, right?
Not even that crazy, because
It's hard,
even though you're
it's always
buying
a
for
lot,
$1 million,
too,
if the
yeah.
blinds are going to be 3,000, 6,000, that's 160 big blinds.
Yeah.
Not even a flop, no reverse, like
I thought he just had deuces. Just tell the party poker people now, and they'll just take care of it for you.
Do you think they could
Yeah,
help with the visa?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely will.
Do you think it's possible to make it from the distance?
I think so. Yeah.
my friends asked, who's this Acton? He looks super confident and very good. He said, just super rich fish. That's why he's so confident. Goes all in, bluff, no problem, yeah. Who's your friend?
And then there's Australia,
Video
which
game
is
player.
like
He
killer
impresses me.
poker wise, and pain in the ass to get through. It's like
Like the
that
new
stop to
car.
everything else.
Rich fish.
Canadians also need a visa for Australia?
Canadians need a visa for Australia, but like you just fill it out online and like it
Everyone just get it in there.
But like
It only took a couple days, or
Really
I
weak
just filled
hands.
it out.
Yeah, there's
I
some
filled
bad
out an
hands out
online
there.
form and then like I don't know, it doesn't take long. I think you can just fill it out at the airport as a Canadian.
nice.
But yeah, like Australia, poker's not great.
Good flop for
you.
Jason Kuhn. Flops
But
not
it's
flush
really
draw.
just- it's such a
Elton
good
Sang with
stop
the gut
for
shot.
everything else, yeah.
Just the best place in the world
Checks
to be in
to Elton.
January,
Yeah.
by far. I was really looking to go like this year, and turns out there was a really good games in Macau, so like I skipped it, and I'm really hoping to go next year.
That's another pot-sized bet from Elton Sang.
Yeah, he's got bottom pair and inside
At
straight
least
draw.
there is no more like online action, so back in the days it was really tough for me, to try to mix it up.
I actually like the
No,
bet. It
it's
kind of
just not
moves
really
off better
flat
hands
stuff.
like 8, 9. Might not want to call pot
I
size
mean,
bet.
it's so acceptable
King
to
8,
the
ace
betting
8.
group, but,
Not going to shake
like,
Jason
you win
Kuhn.
enough in tournaments. Like in a random Sunday during like
Turn
scoop,
card
you can
is
get,
an
like,
8.
35k in buy-ins without even trying, you know?
It's going to be a little bit scary for Elton.
Yeah, Elton's got to be worried that the pre-flop razor check called here. Elton trying to think if he can represent some big hands. Should he take a free card? Going to take the free card. Free card is an 8. So Jason Kuhn actually has a pretty good amount of showdown value of ace high. Beats like Queen Jack, Jack 9,
Yeah, lower flush draws.
check, check.
Man, when that goes check, check on the river with your ace-4, you think, oh wait, maybe.
6-7 offsuit.
7-6 offsuit. Not normally a hand that's being played for a raise.
It's really,
Elton saying he's super experienced in these multi-way pots that I've been saying.
yeah, it's playing really well. And it's really funny that Ruikawa immediately points it out.
Yeah,
That's the thing we're talking about. It's just 7-6 offsuits. That's the only thing he said. But it is a needle.
No, we have done that.
Elton saying is up over $500,000 US right now.
Now we play here. Oh, I have to wait for good hand.
He does have the face of a man who's up $500,000.
Yeah. You know, when someone's playing so many different hands, you gotta always be worried post-flop. I was going to say, this looks like an Elton saying raising hand. So it opens it up. King 3 suited. Shanghai Wang calls 9-8.
He's up against some strong hands here. 9s for Rui Kao as well.
Wow, Elton saying flops a flush draw and a straight draw.
There's another dead zone too, and like
Pot size bet again.
Yeah, these pot size bets of Elton really doing work.
Rui Kao the overpair makes the call. Turn card to 6.
Feel it with cash games, so with Macau or something. It's easier.
Rui Kao thinking about leading this turn card. That's 80,000.
And I mean, you actually want to have like some
Very good read by him.
Sometimes, so it's good
Yeah, he knows he's got the best hand. Elton makes the
I
call.
kind of like, not for the series, but for the rest of the year, I like that I can't play in the States because of taxes. Because like,
Elton gets
you know,
there.
then I don't need to go to Florida or like whatever.
But you're able to get a refund, right?
Sort of.
Elton must know he's got
Maybe
the best hand now.
sometimes.
Rivering the
And,
king.
like,
Trying to decide how
play
much
a
can he
lot
get
if it's like,
paid
I
off
played
for.
like $1 million in binds in the States and like high rollers and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you don't want to freeze like a million.
$180,000. I wouldn't blame Rui Kao for calling here. There's a lot of missed draws. A lot of missed flush draws. Yep, makes the call, and Elton saying winning more money. He's almost up $1 million US already in this cash game.
He's playing outstandingly. Hitting cards too.
Yeah. When you're playing a loose style, it's important to be able to get maximum value when you do make your hands. Wow, he's up 924,000.
How does the numbers matter? They still refunding you at the same time.
You're supposed to be getting it back.
Well, Tan Chuan up 631,000 himself.
Yeah, that king queen hand really made it work for him.
Part better?
Just absolutely fearless, this guy.
5? I lost 600.
Not bad.
No cuts and gas. It'd be like, hey, I lost.
Nothing. Blank. Blank better.
Tan Chuan is one of the most impressive players I've seen over the last few years. Really going to be one to watch now that he's going to be broadcast a little bit more.
Yeah. Gotta thank the Triton Super High Roller Series giving you access to these cash games. Well, Rui Kao 3-betting the 10-4 suited.
Cut off button.
Just 10-4 suited, 63,000 in the middle. Wykin. He's got king queen.
Comes along, can't fold against Rui Kao. Not yet, anyway.
So 126,000 in there. Someone's got 10-4 suited. So ace, deuce, deuce, 2 clubs.
It's just a great board for Rui Kao. If you're re-raising with hands that are this weak, flopping a dry board with an ace on it is just a dream.
Yeah, your opponent's just never playing the deuce. Wow, Wykin calls with king, queen high, the nut high card. As long as his opponent isn't paired, he does have the best hand. Turns the king. Ace, 2-2 king. Of course, Wykin needs to be a little bit worried about an ace. Rui Kao betting again with just 10-4 high. He has nothing.
Absolutely fearless.
He knows his opponent will call some king highs, and it's hard to call with a pair of kings, but White King quickly makes the call.
It's a little bit trouble for Rui because even if White King has a hand as weak as ace-4, it still would chop against ace-queen. So it's going to take a lot to push him off an ace.
So the river card comes the flush. Rui Cal, 3-bet pre-flop, bet the flop, bet the turn. He's shoving all in on the river. That's a slight overbet, 459,000 of 10-4 high.
Absolutely fearless.
White King made a great call pre-flop, great call on the flop, great call on the turn. Can he make one more big call here? What does he beat?
Rui Cal, maybe.
He only beats hands that Rui Cal just randomly plays this way. This is a big move.
Such a bad thing for him that the flush gets there as well. Rui Cal pretty much has any club combination.
Yeah, every club combination is possible. I can't believe White King's thinking about this. He's going to lay it down.
Shows the bluff.
I knew it.
Wow.
That's
Oh
incredible.
my god, what am I doing?
I'm like, guys, look at him. I'm like, he's bluffing. And then it called me from like one hand.
To give you my chips, I would say, oh no, he's good. He's gonna sing. I want to make you fall a chop. Yeah, it's oh yeah, it's Jack, you know. Make him fall a chop. No chop. Chop.
Huh? That what it is?
What a bluff.
Yeah, Rui Cal was afraid his opponent would think he's moving him off a chop.
No.
That was the sickest bluff, I think, so far.
Yeah. Yeah, this was really hard to get through. What a move. Immediately rubs it in his face. White and Yang taking it very well, laughing as well.
You know that I know you always call.
Just
I'll be
laughing.
blocking here, this stupid.
Yeah, that was a lot of leveling.
On TV, everything, you know, just what we talk. Who bluffed me? I just said him, I don't want to fall on TV.
So obvious.
So obvious.
Elton sang with his needles. It was so obvious he was bluffing.
I was sure he's calling. I just think he falls with a happiness. I think it's my LGB, but like, just in case he falls. No one ever falling here.
I don't think you're folding, but just in case, let me put in more than $300,000.
Just in case you fold.
To be honest, I didn't expect you to fall.
Wow, so Elton Sang flops bottom set. Shanghai Wong with top pair.
The nice thing about bottom set is that all the other pairs are available. It's so much stronger than if you have a hand, for instance, like top set or top 2 pair, you block a lot of good hands other people can have.
So Elton Sang trying to build a pot again, pot size bet. Shanghai Wong, top pair.
Oh, I hate it.
Can he get away from it? Things have not been going his way. He knows Elton Sang likes to bluff.
Really pays off for Elton here that he always bets pot now.
So Shanghai Wong makes the call, drawing very poorly. Turn card is a king. Elton setting the trap. He's such a tricky player. This actually should make Shanghai Wong think he's got the best hand. He's got slightly over the pot remaining.
Yeah, excellent point. I think that has a lot to do with the check from Elton.
Shanghai Wong. He's got a pair of eights. Going to shove it all in here. Drawing dead.
Make sure.
That's a set for Elton Sang. Wow, just scoops the chips over and laughs.
Yeah.
Great.
That's $1 million gone.
Yeah, Shanghai Wong down $1 million.
Doing?
stack of ribs.
Today on the table first hand 5 wielding, no problem. Here favorite hand, long jack, no problem.
I think Shanghai Wong might be taking a break. See him stepping up for a little bit. Can't blame him. Cards did not go his way.
Give it to here.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like a normal back and forth.
I'm trying very hard. See?
Elton Singh up 1.215 million US dollars right now. Some players took days to win this much. This guy just did it in like an hour.
Put it back in. One bullet's ridiculous. What, Shanghai Wong?
He doesn't have to shove, no?
Yeah.
Didn't have much money left.
Why so much money?
Yeah, he has like 1 point something left. Yeah, what's he gonna do? No.
So Elton Singh straddled here. Jack 6 offsuit. The big winner right now.
It's a mountain of chips. Flops, top and bottom pair.
This is a straddled pot. Greenwood flops top pair. Trying to see what happens. Elton's gonna fire. Pot size bet again.
Yeah, one more billion.
Greenwood probably thinks he's got the best hand.
Position. Don't want to lose every hand.
Makes the call. Elton saying he's just loving this right now. Jack 6 so disguised. Turn card is an ace. Bit scary.
3 clubs out there now.
Elton saying probably thinks he's got the best hand, just doesn't like that it could scare his opponent.
Mostly for fun. Yeah, to be honest, I think it's like stupid. I think ace you
Bet 76,000.
and you can't really follow an ace.
This is a really bad card for Sam Greenwood.
Yeah, he doesn't have the club redraw.
Such a stupid draw.
It's out of position.
Maybe I'm next level.
It's up against an aggressive player. I mean, it's probably Greenwood's biggest cash game he's ever played. He's gonna lay it down.
More for Elton.
Jack 6.
Greenwood's like, cool story.
Yeah.
That was a bad turn for you.
Yeah, that was not a good turn.
Killed some action.
The amount of trash talk compared to the stakes.
Yeah. A lot of times when someone loses pot, you just kind of let them do their own thing.
Yeah.
Don't think about it. Here's like, let me needle and trash talk you after.
There's more needles in this game than like a drunk 1-3 game in a random casino.
Oh man, I love this guy.
Next hand.
Wow, did Rui Cal has topped off 1 million chips, I think. I think he's adding 1 million chips onto the table. $1 million USD. So he's got 2 million in front of him. He's like, can't let Elton be the only one with that many chips.
Yeah, nice. Some more blues.
Yeah, so just casually got an additional $1 million.
Who's next in line?
Huh? You run?
No, see open.
Oh, okay. Don't run.
Well, how scary is that? Someone pops in 1 million. They're like,
Yeah.
well, if I double up, now he can still put me at risk.
But he's really telling him something. He's really sending Sang some signals.
Yeah.
I think Tan Xuan might have topped off too.
Yeah.
Like
Tan Xuan adding chips.
Cash out. Cash out.
I was a billionaire
Also,
not long ago.
Elton Sang wins $1 million. Tan Xuan and Rui Cao adds $1 million to your stack. We're to keep the pressure on you, keep you in check. Shanghai Wong is back.
Treadle.
1 billion.
Flip, everybody.
Back with $1 million.
So Shanghai Wong is back in it. Took a couple minutes. I think he's ready to play now.
It's good to get up from the table sometimes. It can really clear your head, take you away from it a little bit, gather your thoughts.
I'll let you know that Rui Cao and Tan Xuan really didn't need to reload. They were already very deep.
Yeah. Sometimes it's nice when you're winning a lot, just like Elton's saying. When you cover the table by a mile, you think, wow, even if I lose an all-in now, I'm still with my first buy-in. That's just not going to happen anymore at this moment.
They say this is not live.
No, it's not.
No.
It's just recorded.
Yeah.
I'm wondering when it... Do you know when actually show is going to be out for online?
1 month later.
No, I mean the show.
The TV.
1 month later.
1 month?
That's what they said.
When did these streams actually
One more, yeah.
You mean we're gonna have video?
So we got a three-way flop coming here. Shanghai Wong with another $1 million USD in front of him.
For like 1 hour.
Kuhn and Elton Sang have a big piece of this flop.
And Jason Kuhn with top
Yeah,
pair.
good ones already.
Gonna go for some value. Trying to get called by like these middling pair straight draws. Sang makes the call.
All right.
Elton Sang makes trip eights.
It's also the safest way for him to get the best hand. The 7 was gonna make Kuhn pretty hesitant to continue, but another pot-sized bet.
Yeah, it just leads pot size into him. Jason Kuhn, I think he has a game plan for Elton Sang. I saw him float earlier at that 10 high. So he's not looking to fold. He's only got 5% right now.
Yeah, 10 is no good anymore.
Yeah, 10 would be a really bad card. It's a 9. So Elton Sang makes a full house. Trying to decide, should he try to get called by a jack? Or should he try and check and get a missed draw to bluff?
It's definitely one of the cards that could save Kuhn some more chips.
So he's just going to throw out a smaller bet, 160,000.
I really like that he switches that up right now.
Yeah, he doesn't always pot size bet. It looks like some kind of desperation miss bluff draw, flush draw. You know, just trying to get called. Jason Kuhn here doesn't lay it down. Elton Sang wins another pot.
Ow, fire. And of course he's hitting cards, but he's getting called here because of the way he plays, because of his aggression and the bet size that he uses, and the fact that he leads the turn. He's doing everything right at the moment.
Yeah, he gets big bets in. A lot of players, like, they always check to the aggressor. It's going to go check, check. He bets the river, wins a much smaller pot. Over and over again, Elton is somehow able to get a ton of value. This is a high-stakes cash game monster right now. Well, look at all those chips. Each blue chip is 100,000 US dollars. Jason Kuhn just thinking about that hand a little bit.
Nothing good. Yeah, when you lose a big pot like that, it's very important to gather some quick thoughts about it, but the real strategy thinking you want to do after, because you don't want to get put off your game.
Having champagne, enjoying a life.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know, you have an idea of how someone plays. He plays differently than how you expect. Then you're like, what do I need to do to adjust?
Yeah, for sure.
I decided to win pots with you in the wrong game this week.
So Bodziakowski opening up ace queen, Tan Schwen calling up ace jack.
I mean, look at Fanatic.
Different pre-flop raising sizes.
So he's
Weiken Young also added more money.
So if you look at this, Elton Singh has 33%, 5 high. Everyone else has similar cards.
super bad face. He's really sucks.
So it's top 2 pair for Bodziakowski, Tan Schwen with ace jack. Weiken makes an inside straight draw. Your 4-ways here, if you've got top 2 pair, just gotta bet. You don't want to let someone get a free draw to like a straight.
I really like his bet sizing here. Bets 1/3 pot. Knows that betting on this board is pretty strong, and he blocks a lot of hands that could call him. Bodziakowski, an absolute master of this game.
So Tan Schwen, he's got top pair. Looks like he's going to raise it up. 71,000. He sees a small bet in front of him, thinks he's got the best hand. Just raise it up, try to get some value. Maybe if he gets played back at, he gets away from ace jack.
He also has position, so he can always check it back on the turn, and he gets rid of the people behind him.
Yeah, so this seems like an easy call for Bodziakowski. He doesn't want to overplay his hand so his opponent makes big folds. Just calls.
So delayed, waiting for the go to flip the turn card is tilting.
Yeah.
The turn card is a king. So Weiken Young would have made a straight.
Yeah.
Probably would have continued if Tan Schwen didn't raise the flop. Tan Schwen here. Trying to think if he should bet here. It's pretty tricky. Your opponent bet calls the flop. Kind of looks like he's got ace king. So he goes check, check. Full house with Bodziakowski.
It's a really bad card for Tan Schwen. He now also flips chops against lower aces.
So Bodziakowski trying to think, what does Tan Schwen raise the flop with check back the turn and can call a river bet? He might not expect Tan Schwen to raise the flop of an ace. Maybe ace 7. Needs to decide, does he go for big value or does he go for a small bet? Oh, he's going to go for a check. Very greedy check there.
Yeah.
Tan Schwen here. He might think he's got the best hand. Oh, he just looks at him and smiles. Who looks at someone and smiles and bets, though?
Yeah, while he's shuffling $100,000 chips.
You try?
You want yours? You want
No chop. Very well disciplined play. You don't see the ace-jack raise on the flop that often, but it accomplished a lot of things. He saw a free river, and he got other people behind him out that would have made the best hand.
Yeah.
Just a friendly poker game.
哇，你这么多买，
很少。
买多少你？买多两个。
Zukowski wins the pot there. Probably not going to feel like he got most out of it, but that doesn't always mean that you played it wrong.
你很废的，不出这也可以出的。
Players make a strategy that works well for all the situations that they play that way. Not just for a singular hand. Very easy to become predictable if you have single hand strategies. To fall into patterns. Very important to think about both weak and strong. Jason Kuhn with the raise here. He's dominated in 2 spots. Shanghai Wong 3-betting to 60,000. Jason Kuhn, $700,000 behind, is going to make the call. This might price in Elton Sang. Fakes him out there. So it does just call. 3-way to the flop.
长牌就应该这么打啦，只是我们忘了。
Oh, this is an action board. Shanghai Wong, pre-flop 3-better.
You know, it's funny because this is the same hand when he played against Tan Schwinn, but flipped.
Yeah.
He had the queen jack. Tan Schwinn had the king queen. Now he's got the king queen.
It's a great point.
He's going to bet 110,000 here.
The only possible save for Elton could be that Jason is most likely to come along, and that might make Elton think that his 9 is not good, but I mean, this is a pretty good board if you call a re-raise with queen 9.
So Jason Kuhn calls, Elton Sang with just a pair of 9s. When you got some creativity though, you see the backdoor flush draw, you're like,
Yeah. I mean, he's won pots on worse flops.
Elton Sang thinking about coming along here. He is going to make the call. He actually has the best hand.
It's easy to forget that.
Let me remind you, there's 110,000 call with second pair, and it's best. Turn card is a 5.
Pot
Jason.
close to $500,000 now.
Yeah, Jason Kuhn just hoping, please check, give me a free card.
Yeah.
Wow, Shanghai can bet again. It might win him the pot. It just looks like screams overpair. But then again, someone called, 2 players called him. He's got to be worried about someone having a hand like ace 10, pocket 9s. Can Shanghai Wong bet again? The 5 is actually a good card if he wants to represent an overpair. He's going to check it back. River card's a 3. Elton Sang's got the best hand. There's Jason Kuhn here. Just got queen high. You know you can't win at showdown. He's just going to give up because Elton Sang made the call.
Yep.
Elton, he's hoping for a check. Shanghai Wang gives up. I can't believe a pair of nines is going to take this pot down. $500,000. What a hand.
Pair! Pair!
Three-way, second pair.
You
then
full pair,
someone has opened and
you call, you hit a pair, you fold?
I'm
Pair.
saying you should fold. I'm saying you win the pot.
Yeah, you're supposed to call, backdoor
我
straight
跟你说，
draw.
牌拿的一模一样的。他那牌是我的牌，
大了，他的牌是你的牌。
Elton Sang crushing the table.
Very hard to win this pot.
跟拿肯定
Man.
跟拿一样
Three-way, open and
Somehow plays every pot
Micro flush draw too.
very
三路
well.
跟四路怎么不跟呢？
I go flush roll.
啊？
You turn 9 hole.
他打我肯定跟着，他肯定掏酒，我怕他，妈的，我肯定抓他了嘛。他有什么牌啊？
他这个牌，他这个牌要是打过来，哎，等扔掉，我这边赌输。
我都是怕他，我怕他，我不怕他。
我不打 A 的肯定跟的。
是啊，你怕他，那
对啊
肯定跟他嘛，对吧？打肯定跟的。
Feel like Greenwood hasn't won a pot yet.
让我打你赔点。
Goes so quickly, it's down $250,000.
Just going to check a little bit. flop.
Elton saying pocket tens.
Only lose 14 this hand.
No folding. Like what do they call those? DTIP 80%. Something like that. I don't know.
Elton saying he's playing a lot of pots. 80%.
It's true.
So Shanghai Wang actually flops the most interesting piece. A pair and a straight draw. Elton saying with an overpair. These two have been going at it over and over again. Pot size bet from Elton saying.
Yeah. Shanghai Wang is a really excellent hand to try and beat pocket tens.
Yeah, Shanghai Wang just keeps getting these pretty good hands, but not amazing spots. $45% for Shanghai Wang.
Only lost 14. When you only lose 14 with the vacuum cleaner over there.
Yeah.
Turn cards a queen. Elton saying not too worried about the queen unless his opponent has queen X of hearts. Going to start with a check. He is a pretty tricky player.
Really mixes it up well.
Shanghai Wang with a pair and a straight draw. Probably remembers that Elton saying check the set to him on the turn. You got bottom pair. You might not think it's good, so he's gonna bet 80,000.
Huh? 打了。
Elton's gonna call.
Huh? 打了。Huh?
So river card is a
要
jack.
么你打。
I pay.
好了，打了，同你打。
Shanghai Wang with bottom pair. Probably doesn't think his hand is good too often, but he's gonna check, getting ready to muck. Nothing going his way.
Yeah, it's a really rough night so far for Shanghai Wang. Quite the opposite for Elton.
Yeah, he keeps getting hands that pay off slowly.
各8个。
注意都走了。
Can't make a hand.
I could ask him to call the next. Or I can ask Pokemon to reset.
It's different if you just keep missing flops and you bleed slowly. But Shanghai Wang keeps getting pairs or some draws that don't get there.
Leave, for break. I say,
He's picking good spots to re-raise as well. The king jack and the king queen. Those are really strong hands to re-raise with. Just not flopping anything.
有水開啦，有水在這裡啊。
Greenwood 6-5 of diamonds.
Here's an ante.
Pretty playable hand.
Drag that in.
Okay, go check out what's going on.
I got a shot here.
White King Yang, pocket tens.
Very cow with the 7-5. Clubs in position. Seems every time Greenwood raises, it goes 4 or 5 way.
Yeah. So when you play like hands like 6-5, earlier he had 8-7, they're hard to play in 4-way pots. These small pre-flop raise sizes don't clear out your opponents that well in these kind of deep stack cash games. Greenwood is under a gun. Flops the inside straight draw. Does he think he should bet? He's just gonna check. So Wykin betting here. Rui Cal, of course. You like the way he plays so fast?
Yeah. Always instantly does something. Just makes up his mind really quickly. Has a really good knack for just planning out the hand, knowing how he wants to continue, what his future streets are going to look like.
Tan Xuan, he's going to call as well. Got the inside straight draw. Greenwood actually has a draw to the nut straight. He would close the action if he can hit a 4. Greenwood's going to make the call. Not too often you see 4 people to the flop, 4 people calling a bet on the flop on such a low board that's not even that connected. So Rui Cal makes a flush.
Wykin Young has a 10 of clubs. It's really unlikely somebody has a king here. He's mostly going to be afraid of a 3 or a flush. But he instantly checks.
Checks to Rui Cal. Rui Cal checks back a flush.
Wow.
He lets Wykin get there. Try to get a little bit sneaky. Greenwood sitting here with 6 high. Thinking, is there a way he can represent the ace of clubs right now?
He's the pre-flop raiser. He's the one most likely to have it.
Yeah, from under the gun. It's crossing his mind. Oh, Greenwood's thinking about this. This would get a lot of credit. Oh, Greenwood firing out. Reaching for chips.
This is a really great bet. Very smartly done.
Well, so Wykin quickly lays it down. Wow, 6 high gonna take this one down. He wants to show.
Yeah, he wants
to
it.
show it.
bluff.
6 high.
Rui Cal just shakes his head like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy.
But that was an amazing bluff. And everyone, 2 people folded a flush, like snap folded. They didn't even think about it. That just shows how good Greenwood is at reading hands.
I really like that kind of weird dynamic that you see at a table after somebody made a bluff, people trying to figure out if it was a bluff or not. That shows that Sam Greenwood is a very smart player. Works a lot on his game.
你去打德牌是吧？你呢？你也去打德牌？你呢？他不跟着大家一起走啊？你也去打德牌啊？啊？No, we're gonna start the short deck game. Because Mr. Wong wants to play short deck game.
You mean here?
No, over there. So Paul's gonna come here. I'm asking who's gonna go play short deck, and then I'll try to arrange some players to come here.
Okay.
I don't know who's on. Gonna come.
So Elton saying opening
I hope
King
he's
Jack.
not breaking a whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd like to play short deck.
You want to play short deck too?
Yeah. I mean, I won't leave this game if it's going to break it, but I would like to. Definitely would like to. Why don't we just get him to play for a while? Play full deck with us, yeah.
He never played full deck before.
Oh, he hasn't?
Never.
Doesn't seem to stop him.
Why can't we just play short deck?